Welcome! Today we're settling the big travel debate, Italy or Portugal. Before we proceed, be sure to like this video and subscribe so that you do not miss any of our amazing travel videos. Here's what's coming up. First, we'll tour the grand cities and iconic sites of both countries. Then we'll explore breathtaking landscapes and hidden gems, from rolling hills to dramatic coastlines. Of course, we'll savor the food, Italy's pasta and pizza, Portugal's seafood and sweets. And finally, I'll share practical tips and help you decide which destination is right for you. Both are stunning, full of history, sun, and amazing food. But which is right for your next trip? Let's compare, have some fun, and help you decide. Let's dive headfirst into Italy, a country where every city feels like a living, breathing museum. First up, the one and only Rome, the Eternal City. Walking through Rome is like stepping onto the world's greatest movie set, only everything is real. You turn a corner and bam, there's the Colosseum. You can almost hear the roar of the crowds from 2,000 years ago. Then you wander a little more and find yourself standing before the Pantheon, a true architectural marvel. It's overwhelming in the best possible way. Next, journey north to Florence, the heart of the Renaissance. This city is pure art. You can feel the spirit of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci as you walk along the Arno River. The Duomo, with its magnificent dome, dominates the skyline and just takes your breath away. And we can't talk about Italian cities without mentioning the impossible, magical city of Venice, a city built on water. There are no cars, just canals. There are gondolas. Getting lost in the maze of narrow alleyways and crossing countless little bridges is the main event here. Finding your way to the Grand Piazza San Marco, listening to orchestras play, and watching the world go by at a cafe, Venice is pure enchantment. Now, let's sail west to the beautiful country of Portugal. We begin in Lisbon, the capital. Built on 7 hills overlooking the Tagus River, it is just stunning. A city of contrasts, old world charm, and a cool creative energy. Ride the famous yellow tram 28 as it rattles by through the narrow, winding streets of Alfama, the city's oldest, most soulful neighborhood. Fado music spills out of tiny restaurants in the evening, pure magic. Explore the historic Belém district, Belém Tower, Jerónimos Monastery, and don't forget to stop for a pastel de nata, a little piece of heaven, then travel north to Porto. If Lisbon is the soulful heart, Porto is the spirited, hard-working soul. Built on the steep banks of the Douro River, Porto is famous for its port wine. Cross the Dom Luís Why Bridge to Vila Nova de Gaia and tour the port wine cellars. Do a tasting. Porto is gritty and gorgeous. Azulejos, blue and white painted tiles, are everywhere. São Bento train station's tile-covered entrance hall might be the most beautiful train station in the world. Before you plan your trip, let's talk about the crown jewels of cultural travel, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These are places recognized for their outstanding value to humanity, historic cultural natural wonders you simply have to see to believe. Let's start with Italy, home to more UNESCO sites than any other country. First up, the iconic Colosseum in Rome. This ancient amphitheater has stood the test of time, offering a glimpse into the gladiatorial spectacles of Roman history. Next, glide through the magical canals of Venice and its lagoon, a city built on water, famous for its romantic gondolas and stunning architecture. Then stroll through the heart of Florence's historic center, where Renaissance art, cobblestone streets, and masterpieces like the Duomo transport you to another era. And don't miss the breathtaking Amalfi coast, where dramatic cliffs meet turquoise waters in a landscape that feels straight out of a dream. Now, let's hop over to Portugal. Start at the Tower of Belém in Lisbon, a symbol of the Age of Discoveries and a striking example of Manueline architecture right on the riverfront. Head north to the historic center of Oporto, where colorful riverside houses and centuries-old wine cellars capture the spirit of Portugal's second city. Finally, marvel at the Monastery of Batalha, a Gothic masterpiece built to commemorate a key moment in Portuguese history. Each of these sites offers a unique window into the past and showcases the beauty and diversity of Italy and Portugal. Whether you're a history buff, an art lover, or just dreaming of your next adventure, be sure to add these UNESCO wonders to your travel bucket list. Pin your next adventure on the map. UNESCO logo. Oh boy, this is my favorite part. The food! Let's start with Italy, a country where food isn't just sustenance, it's a religion. The secret to Italian cooking is simple. It's all about the ingredients. They take the most beautiful, fresh, high-quality ingredients and they don't mess with them too much. A perfect sun-ripened tomato, a drizzle of golden olive oil, a fresh basil leaf, a piece of amazing cheese. That's it. That's the magic. In Rome, you must try the 4 classic pastas: carbonara, amatriciana, cacio e pepe, and gricia. Then you go to Bologna for tagliatelle al ragù simmered for hours. And in Naples, you find the birthplace of pizza. A true Neapolitan pizza is a work of art, it's perfection. And for dessert, gelato. A cup or cone of gelato is a required daily activity in Italy. Now, let's talk about Portugal. If Italian food is like a beautiful opera, then Portuguese food is a soulful fado song. It's simple, it's giving, and deeply connected to the land and especially the sea. The seafood here is without a doubt some of the best in the world. Walk past any restaurant by the ocean and you'll see a beautiful display of the day's catch on ice. You just point to the fish you want and they will grill it for you simply over hot coals. It's so fresh, it's unbelievable. It tastes like the sea. One of the most famous dishes from Porto is the francesinha. This is not a dish for those who eat light. It's quite an experience. And if you have a sweet tooth, Portugal is heaven. I already talked about the amazing pastel de nata, the crispy, flaky, creamy custard tart that you will dream about for the rest of your life. In Italy, meals are structured almost like a performance with different acts. You have the antipasto, then the primo, the secondo, and finally, dolce. In Portugal, the dining experience feels a bit more relaxed and rustic. Portions are generous. It's home-style cooking, even in restaurants. You feel like you've been invited into someone's kitchen. When it comes to drinks, both countries are world-class. In Italy, wine is essential, and then there's the coffee culture. Portugal also has amazing wine, and you have to try Vinho Verde. Italy is passionate, theatrical, and stylish. Portugal is soulful, generous, and down-to-earth. The big question is, which one sounds more delicious to you? When is the perfect moment to embark on your Italian or Portuguese adventure? Let's unlock the secrets of the season so you can catch each country at its very best. First, the golden rule. Spring, fall. In Italy, April to June, September to October, mild temperatures, blooming landscapes, thinner crowds. Picture strolling through Tuscan vineyards under sunny skies or savoring gelato in a quieter piazza. Festival highlights: Scoppio del Carro in Florence, Regata Storica in Venice. In Portugal, March to May, September to early November. Lisbon, Porto, perfect for alfresco dining or riverside walks. Spring brings vibrant wildflowers in the countryside. Autumn is grape harvest time in the Douro Valley. Ideal for wine lovers. Prefer summer's buzz. July and August bring lively street life and endless sunshine. But brace yourself for bigger crowds and higher prices, especially in Rome, the Amalfi Coast, or the Algarve. If you're craving beach days, Portugal's Atlantic coast and Italy's islands are at their best, but book early. Looking for quiet escapes? Winter is your ticket, December to February. Italy's cities transform with festive lights and holiday markets. Southern Portugal enjoys mild weather and fewer tourists. Skiers can even hit the slopes in Italy's Alps. Just remember, some rural attractions may close or have shorter hours in the off-season. A few pro tips: check local event calendars like Carnevale in Venice or Festa de São João in Porto. Pack layers as temperatures can swing between regions. And if you want to dodge the crowds, aim for shoulder seasons and explore lesser-known gems off the tourist trail. No matter the month, Italy and Portugal have something unforgettable waiting for you. So, what kind of adventure are you dreaming of? Let the seasons guide your journey. You have to get out and see the Italian countryside. It's just as iconic and beautiful as the architecture. Let's talk about Tuscany. Oh, Tuscany! It's exactly like the postcards, but even better. Imagine driving down a winding road lined with cypress trees, rolling hills covered in vineyards, and olive groves stretching to the horizon. It's the definition of the sweet life. Then there is the coastline. What a coastline it is. The Amalfi Coast, pure drama. Colorful houses tumbling toward the sparkling blue sea. Don't forget other coastal gems. Cinque Terre, 5 ancient fishing villages clinging to cliffs. Hike the trails connecting the villages, pass through vineyards, and enjoy spectacular ocean vistas. For a completely different landscape, hike the Dolomites in the north. Jagged peaks, green alpine meadows, and glacial lakes. In Italy, you have to look for the beauty that's just off the main path. Or you can find the Aventine keyhole, peek through and see a perfectly framed view of St. Peter's Dome. In Rome, you can discover a neighborhood like Trastevere. You can explore the Sassi di Matera, an ancient city of cave dwellings. Now, let's head to Portugal, a country shaped by the sea. Let's start with the Algarve region in the south. The coast here is amazing, known for its tall limestone cliffs, secret caves, and golden sand beaches. You can also check out Benadryl Cave, a huge sea cave with a hole in its roof that lets sunlight pour in, lighting up a small secret beach inside. It's like something from a fantasy movie. If you head north from Lisbon, you'll find a wilder, tougher coastline called the Silver Coast. You'll find amazing surfing spots like Nazaré, famous for having some of the biggest waves in the world. You can take a day trip from Lisbon to the fairy tale town of Sintra. This place is magical. The most famous is the Pena Palace, a riot of bright colors perched on a hilltop. Then there are Portugal's islands. The Azores, an archipelago of 9 volcanic islands, are a nature lover's dream. And let's not forget Madeira, famous for its lush botanical gardens and its unique system of irrigation channels called levadas. Portugal is also a treasure trove of hidden gems. The nearby Quinta da Regaleira estate, with its incredible initiation well and hidden tunnels, feels like a secret you've been let in on. Portugal's details stand out, the incredible artistry of the azulejo tiles. You can visit the Chapel of Bones in Évora, a macabre but fascinating chapel. The unique charm of Portugal is its authenticity and its understated beauty. It rewards those who wander, who look closely, and who are open to discovering its quiet, soulful magic. Let's break down the real costs of traveling in Italy versus Portugal. From daily expenses to meals, transport, and attractions, which country gives you more for your money? On average, Portugal is the more budget-friendly destination. Daily expenses for a traveler in Portugal can be 20 to 30% lower than in Italy, especially in major cities. Accommodation is where you'll notice the biggest difference. Budget hotels and hostels in Portugal are generally cheaper than in Italy, especially in Lisbon and Porto compared to Rome or Florence. When it comes to food, both countries offer delicious options for every budget. In Italy, a quick slice of pizza or a panino can be a cheap meal, but sit-down restaurants are often pricier than in Portugal. In Portugal, you can enjoy a hearty meal at a local tasca for less. Transportation is efficient in both countries, but Portugal's public transport is usually cheaper. Look for multi-day passes or city cards to save even more. In Italy, regional trains and buses can be affordable, but high-speed trains and taxis add up quickly. For sightseeing, both countries have plenty of free or low-cost attractions. In Italy, many churches and piazzas are free to visit, but museums can be expensive. In Portugal, you'll find affordable entry fees and lots of free viewpoints and parks. To stretch your budget, shop at local markets, eat where locals eat, and travel off-season. In both Italy and Portugal, you'll find incredible experiences without breaking the bank. So, which is the better value? Portugal is the clear winner for budget travelers, but Italy offers unforgettable experiences worth the splurge. No matter your choice, both countries can be explored affordably with a little planning. Thanks for joining me for this cost showdown. If you found these tips helpful, hit like and subscribe for more travel advice. Wishing you an amazing, affordable adventure, wherever you go. Until next time.